Hey guys, JoeFan82 here. It's been a long time. I'm trying to catch up on my videos. I apologize if my voice does not sound like it usually does. I'm trying to get over a cold, so that's one of the reasons I didn't have a video up sooner. So today I'm looking at the FSS 5.0 Battle Corps Viper. This guy is based off of the original figure released in 1994, and as you can see, he does bear a striking resemblance. He shares the same paint scheme. I did not have the original figure as a kid, so I don't really have a big connection with this new modern figure. Let's go ahead and take a closer look at him. So as I said, he does look a lot like the vintage figure. The helmet looks very similar. He's got a very nice sculpt on the helmet. His breathing apparatus there. Orange visor. It's he's in a purple, sort of a, I guess, a medium colored purple, and the orange that's on here is the orange looks bright when it's contrasted with the purple, but it's not really a bright orange. It's kind of a dull medium orange, and the sculpt is very nice. You can see the detail on the front there, also kind of the textured area that runs all the way over onto the back. He has a orange collared shirt, which is different than the vintage figure. The vintage figure had a just a regular circular collar, which I prefer. I don't like this collared shirt collar there. He has gray gauntlets just over the front. The back is a purple uniform. And on his left arm he's got a white Cobra logo, which is nicely done. Coming down, he has a belt. In addition to the belt that's sculpted on his waist, he has another belt, an orange belt with a black belt buckle and some gray canisters there, some orange pouches there, and it's very loose. It moves around very easily. I am not a big fan of this. I would prefer maybe something sculpted. If they wanted more pouches or something, sculpted on the figure. This is a little kind of loosey-goosey for me. I'm not a big fan of this. We saw something like this with the 25th anniversary Scarlet figure that I reviewed on this channel once upon a time. Moving down, he's got his purple uniform continues. The sculpting is very nice detail. And coming down, he's got gray knee pads and gray boots. Nice texture there on the boots. You can see all the laces. It must take forever to tie those boots up. And he's got a holster there for his pistol and his feet. Let's go ahead and take a look at his articulation. His head does do a full 360 if you ever need him to do that. His arms do a full rotation around. His elbows bend at 90 degrees. His wrists do 360. However, they do not have another wrist joint like we've seen on most of these recent modern figures. They have another joint that either goes this way or the other way, and I was not expecting to not have that joint especially for an FSS figure. So that's a bit of a disappointment. So that's both wrists just have the regular 360. He does have that torso joint, which is nice. It's not loose or tight. Coming down his legs, you could do a split if you need him to. If he's in the Cobra Ballet. He's got double jointed knees, and his feet do a full 360, and they do have a joint on there, but the way his boots are sculpted, it's kind of difficult for him to get a full motion through that joint. Also, there is some sculpting on the bottom if that's important to you, on the bottom of his boots. Let's go ahead and take a look at his accessories. He comes with his figure stand. It says Battle Corps Cobra Viper. He comes with his teeny tiny pistol, which slides into the holster on his right leg. This fits in very snugly. It's not going to fall out. He comes with this purple knife. And you're probably wondering, what the heck is that for? That post sticking out of the handle there. That is so it can slide into his back, like so. I would have preferred something not in purple. I understand this is going back, they're harkening back to the 90s where the accessories were all sorts of colors, but nowadays we want more realistically colored weapons, so the purple is not doing it for me. These are a little better. He's got this rifle here, which is very nice sculpt. And this one that we've seen before, again, nice sculpt. These could do with some more paint apps, but I'll take the gray over purple. So here he is holding his weapons. He can hold the weapons very well. His hands are sculpted nicely so that the weapons fit in very securely. They're not going to fall out, which is nice. And for good measure, let's take a look at the knife. Very nice. En garde. He's French. This guy is French. I forgot to mention that. En garde. And the pistol. So there you go. And now let's take a look at the packaging. Some very nice artwork there on the package. The art is nice. I want to point this out. I first heard Fred over at Joe Battle Lines mention this. I believe it was on the show he's on with Autobot City Toys, where he mentioned the kind of ridiculous pose that this guy is in. If you look how his torso is twisted in relation to the lower half of his body, it's kind of crazy. I'm trying to do it right now, and can't imagine trying to get any kind of accurate shot off in that position. Just turn your body around, dude. So I apologize about the camera angle, but I'm working with a pretty tight space here. So in the top right it says G.I. Joe Club Exclusive, And again, this is in the style of the vintage art. So you've got the white G.I. Joe logo with the red, white, and blue stripes. Cobra enemy. It says Cobra Battle Corps Trooper, codename Cobra Viper. And the vintage Hasbro logo. And on the back, again, we have that same artwork, which I wish they would have taken that space and done images of all the other FSS figures for this year. I think that would have been a nice touch instead of just repeating the same artwork from the front. On the side, it says G.I. Joe Club Exclusive. And down here we have the file card. Let's take a closer look at that. It says Cobra Battle Corps Trooper, codename Cobra Viper. File name various. Primary military specialty light infantry. Secondary military specialty sabotage. Birthplace various. And the paragraphs down here say this light infantry division consists of specialized Cobra troopers who provide a skirmishing screen ahead of the main body of infantry and armor, which is interesting. You would think that the regular Cobra troopers would be the first line ahead of everybody else, but I guess at this point in the line they had done away with the regular troopers, and the lowest level was the Vipers. So I guess that would explain why they would be ahead of everybody else. Their primary battlefield function is to harass and delay the enemy. They are highly motivated, superbly trained, and formidably equipped. This ensures a high survival rate, enabling those soldiers who are particularly skilled to advance to more specialized classes within the organization. That is talking about your specialized Vipers, your Heat Vipers, your Night Vipers, your Televipers, Techno Vipers, etc. Last paragraph. All Cobra Vipers are issued a combination of assault weapons and close quarter combat equipment to provide cover fire and support to their offensive unit. They are also equipped with multi-layer body armor and blast-resistant headgear. Their helmets have built-in night vision visors and powerful oxygen filters to aid in enduring past initial waves of smoke bombs, tear gas, and other crowd compliance chemical deterrents. Down here is the quote. It says, "We never show mercy." So what are my feelings on this guy? I like the sculpt. The sculpt is very nice. The helmet is great. Everything is, as far as sculpt and design, is really nice. I'm pretty sure some of these parts are shared with other things. Maybe not the helmet, but the rest probably is. However, the paint scheme is where this guy comes apart. I realized the club was trying to pay homage to the original figure, but they should have taken it a step further and done an improvement, a modernized version that had some more. This guy just looks a little plain Jane to me. He needs something else. The colors are kind of dull. Maybe some black somewhere, or replace the orange with something else. Yeah, he's just doesn't work for me. He's not an exciting looking figure because of the paint job. I'm sure if you're a customizer, you could make this guy look a lot better. So, bottom line, if you are a fan of the vintage figure and it makes you swell with nostalgia looking at this guy, then you might be interested in picking this guy up. Otherwise, it's an easy pass. I wouldn't pay too much for him. As of right now, I can see this guy sitting at the bottom of the barrel for this year's FSS. I will be reviewing the other figures as I get them, so be sure to stay tuned for that and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss those. And you can find me on social media via the links in the description for this video. That's it for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.